He gave her chlamydia like on 3 different occasions. Like, he better stop because I could really make you my girlfriend.
1, 2, 3.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kelsey Victoria, and today we are doing a story time. This is my first time doing a story time on making a story time video on my channel. And I just be going through like a lot of crazy experiences. I don't know, but yeah, before we get started, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. That means a lot to me, and comment below, so that does help me out on YouTube and stuff like that. And please give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so let's just get started. Okay, boom. So this situation basically started. I was at Walmart, you know, like minding my black owned business. I'ma call him Giant, because this man is tall. Okay, and that kind of does go into something else, whatever. But I really just want to call him Messy too, because he is really messy, like so messy. But okay, I'm just gonna call him Messy. Okay, so here's Messy. Messy's a guy, so it's basically someone that I went to like high school with. Now I did go to a lot of different high schools, so just because maybe we went to high school together you can't narrow it down. I mean, some probably could, but I went to like a lot of different high schools growing up. So anyway, so I really feel like we were not even like friends like that, like are really close. Like maybe like, you know how you have those people, some people that maybe you just talk to during lunch, like they're really friendly, or maybe you're like close to the lunch line or whatever. Like I can't even recall us really even having like a class together. I feel like maybe he was just also in like the group of girlfriends and girls that I would basically hang out with, you know, because Messy is, you know, and so he was kind of like, I feel like that kind of like that guy gay best friend to a lot of girls. So he always hung with like a lot of girls or whatever, always had a lot of friends that were girls and whatnot. Messy just always had like high energy, great energy, like someone you just want to be friends with, someone that like just, you know, like you could talk to, like you could gossip with and all this whatever. So it was Messy in the car, and Messy is like, you know, like, oh my gosh, like you look so good, oh my gosh, that's not Kelsey Victoria, that's Kelsey, like girl, I haven't seen you in so long. And he's just like, you look really good, like I haven't seen you in so long. Oh, like I see you're dancing and stuff like that or whatever. We're just having like small talk, and he's like, you know what, like I really don't have friends like that, like we should really hang out, like we should really hang out. And at this time, I'm pretty sure I had like one friend, I'm gonna call her D, and I think I was pretty satisfied. Like that's the only friend I really needed, you know, at that time. So I'm not really one to have like a lot of friends, like close intimate friends like that, like be hanging out and whatnot and stuff like that. So like I'm going along with it, but like I know like I'm not gonna hang out with, you know, we're not gonna hang out. Like I already know this because I know me. So, and I have notes right here just so I don't forget anything too. When I was leaving basically that conversation or whatever, you know, that's when he's like piping me up like, yes girl, go off, look at what I ran into, so then that's when I gave a little twerky. Literally, we did not hang out after that encounter probably for like a good, like I'll probably say like a good month. Like we would text here and there, and he would always here and there just call me or message me and be like, girl, when are we gonna hang out, when are you gonna come over, this, that, and the other. And I was like, oh, you know, like I'm busy, maybe less than a month, maybe like 2-3 weeks, maybe like 2-3 weeks. I was starting to like fuck with him, like he was cool. Then I finally like came over, whatever. Also, this person did like does like makeup and stuff like that. So I don't know if like that's also a reason too, because maybe he wanted to like practice throughout these 2 weeks of us just talking, messaging each other, and then like here and there like talking on the phone. He did mention like how he has a brother and like I'm single, his brother and I will probably be good together and this, that, and the other. But yeah, because like how we just now like starting to become friends, and you wanted me to hook up with your brother. I didn't go digging or anything like that to see how the brother looked, you know. So I come over, now mind you, Messy and his brother, okay, what am I gonna give the brother's name? I'm gonna give the brother's name Crazy, because this man is crazy. Like, this man is really crazy. So Messy and Crazy, they're brothers, and they live with like their mom. It's like the mom and the grandma in the house, and maybe like someone else. I come over to hang out in person for like the first time, and his brother, I think, like as I was walking into the house, he was walking out, and I was like, damn, the brother kind of cute. I'm like, damn, Crazy is cute, like, or whatever. And at this time, like, I had a thing for like Jamaican men. Like, never again, like, I'm telling you, never again. I would never date a Jamaican man again. No offense, sorry, but never again. So, you know, like, he definitely had like a strong accent, and it was something about that patois that is, you know, it was something about that patois that just made a girl, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, he just had that heavy Jamaican accent, and it just did something to me, y'all. So we go, I believe we probably like smoked. We went into like the back area, smoked, and I just feel like Messy was really trying to push me up on his brother, you know what I mean? And just like, ooh, like, y'all make a cute couple, just hyping us up. So we're just smoking, and that's when I start talking to Crazy. And, you know, I'm just seeing like, oh, I kind of like him, whatever. I think we ended up adding each other on something, and then from there on, the rest was history. Then we started dating and everything like that. So, like, and like the thing is like, I should have already knew like that was not gonna work out. Like, he was really crazy. Like, he had a very like pristine, sometimes like that was a turn off. Like, kind of gave me vibes, you know, whatever. But yeah, and he would always flaunt about how he's like the manager, he manages a fucking Dunkin' Donuts, and it's like, damn, okay, like, I get it, but like, anyways, that's neither here nor there, honestly. But he would always make it seem like he's the owner of the store, like, just kind of hype his position up. Like, not seeing anyone that's like in a management position, like, that's something not to hype up. Like, having a job in general is something good, you know, no one's hating on it, but it's annoying when like you're acting like you, I don't know, like, like you're acting like you own, like, I don't know. Y'all, when I tell you that me and Crazy and Messy just always hang out all the time, because for one, they live together, and for two, I was dating his brother, so, you know, like, it kind of just worked out, you know. So I would always be at the house. Like, I would get off work and like spend the night. Now, mind you, of course, I meet the mom. I meet the mom, and she seemed to like me, like, I don't know, but I would always be around the family like all the time, like literally all the time, spending the night all the time. Oh yeah, there was, I think, a sister that would be there, or I think maybe lived there too, older sister they had. So there would be times like I would get off work and go there. Maybe he would be asleep, and I would, like, you know, knock on his window. He would just like always wake up and then like let me in the house, whatever. I would wake up, they would see me there in the morning, you know what I mean? Like, I was always over at the house, like always I was there. There was a one time that like we went out to eat, and it was Messy and Crazy and I think it was just like the three of us, and we had went out to like this restaurant, and I noticed that like we're taking pictures and stuff like that together, like me and Crazy and me and Messy, and I had just seen that like someone had like screenshotted it. Now, mind you, I have followers on Snapchat and stuff like that, so people screenshotting my stuff like isn't always like surprising, but with certain things, like maybe it's like a cute selfie, or like, you know, like a booty picture or something like that, like, okay, you know, whatever. But it was just weird that like they had screenshot that. So that was like note to self number one. Really, like, we had a fine like relationship, honestly. Like, we never really argued, you know, we got along fine. Everything was great, honestly. Like, we really had no issues, really, I'm not gonna lie, we really had no issues. So one day I'm at work or whatever, and of course I'm pretty sure that night I'm expecting to like normally go and basically go and see him like after work. Okay, so I'm going to work, and I basically get this message on Snapchat. So it was someone that had basically commented under my like commented on one of my like posts or whatever. And okay, anyways, hold on, before that, I noticed that it was like these two accounts, literally these two accounts that would screenshot myself, like weird stuff. Like the first time I noticed it was when we were out, and we went out to eat or whatever. And then the second time I noticed it was like it was like me and my daughter. And see, that's weird because like ain't nobody gonna screenshot me and my daughter, me and my baby. So I was like, okay, that's strange or whatever, but I'm not thinking it's because of Crazy or Messy or anyone. You know, I'm thinking just people are just weird and fans. Like, that was really all I was thinking, honestly. So it's the same, one of the two same accounts or whatever. And we're gonna call this person, I'm just gonna call her Bougie because that is a name that, like, I don't know, people, you know, bitches be changing girls be fucking changing their Facebook name like all the time. You know, like some bitches are still stuck in that era of changing their Facebook name, but people always want to be bougie this and bougie that and bougie that. There's like literally probably 50 bougies from where I live, like, so this is not gonna give it away anyways. I'm gonna call her Bougie. So it's this girl named Bougie, right? But I didn't know who it was. I know it was a girl or a guy, whatever. It was basically, she had commented on a video of me like kind of like this, and why I even took a picture like that is beyond me. I would never now because it's like cringy, but I'm obviously trying to show like that I'm wearing my man's like pants, whatever, you know what I mean? Like I have his pants on. And the person said, who is your man? And I'm like, that's weird. So I responded, I say Crazy. Crazy, why? And they're just like, that's crazy because I'm like 3 months pregnant by him. I'm like, oh! I'm gonna try and insert a meme of how I felt. Like, I'm like, damn, like not even no icebreaker or nothing. Like she's like, that's crazy because I'm 3 months pregnant by him. That's crazy. I'm like, huh? And they're like, yeah, like that no wonder he hasn't been like hitting me up and avoiding me, da 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 da. I told him that I want to get an abortion, and he's been dodging me. We just start texting back and forth, and I'm just like, but like, I'm like, this is crazy. Like I'm trying to get information because I'm like, who are you? How do you know me? Okay, no wonder like you're screenshotting my stuff or whatever. Like, and her demeanor was not on no like angry shit nor, you know, towards me or anything like that, because I get you pregnant and I ain't got shit to do with me, you know what I mean? But I'm really curious on like the time frame and stuff like that when this happened, because him and I had only been talking probably at this time maybe for like not even 2 months. Like it was very new and short-lived, thank you God. Because so she's like, basically like they've been knowing each other for a long time. They actually met through Messy. That's how, because her and Messy were friends. I'm like, well, ain't that a coinky-dink? I'm like, wow, that's super duper, like, wow, that's ironic. She just sent me a whole bunch of stuff, like how her and, well, I'm about to say his name, how her and Messy were like, they grew up being friends or something like that. Like they've been known them since like they lived over here and this, that, and the other. He gave her chlamydia like on 3 different occasions. I'm like, girl, what? Now I'm like, huh? Like, and she ends up telling me basically like he got her pregnant before him and I were a thing. So that was crossed off the list of things I really wanted to know. But the chlamydia, like 3 times. She knows like the mom, knows the family. They all know that she's pregnant. Like the mom knows, the sister knows. She sent me like proof that like the mom knows too. And like messages about like the ultrasound and stuff like that, and doctor's appointments. Like the sister actually taken her to the doctor or been there, and the mom was like there at the doctor's appointment and stuff like that. I'm like, wow. So it's just me that didn't know. Okay. And so Bougie and Messy like were friends, really close friends. And the thing is like when they screenshotted me and when me and Messy and Crazy were out to eat, I asked like, I asked Messy like, this person screenshot my stuff. They're like, oh, let me see the username. I don't know what that is. I'm like, okay. I'm thinking like, okay, maybe it's just some crazy random person or whatever. And the whole time he's like, damn, that's the person my brother got pregnant. I ain't gonna say shit though. I don't know who that is. Like, what? Now I'm just living. I understand, like, I was really upset that, you know, he didn't tell me like that he basically had a baby on the way. I know she said she wanted to get an abortion, but she's basically saying that he was saying like, no, she's not getting an abortion. He wants her to keep the baby. So it's like, okay, you want this girl to have your baby. You know you have a baby on the way. It's not like oh, you didn't know, or she said she was gonna get an abortion. Like, you're actively telling this girl like, no, I don't want you to get an abortion. We're having this baby. But she was like, he still like hits me up for head, and just she was showing me messages, and mind you, this girl came with the receipts, like, you know, really this bitch was not lying about nothing. So she sent me like the receipts of like how he was asking her for head, or asking to come see her, inviting her to the house, or trying to pull up on her and all this and the other. So at this point I'm living. I get off the phone and I called Messy, because I called Crazy but he didn't answer the phone, and she was on the phone talking about like some, oh, like I messaged him, I told him that I'm telling you this, da 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 da. So when I called him, I'm like, okay, makes sense, because she said that she told him that she's on the phone with me right now, he's getting caught up, whatever. So now my next person to call is Messy. So I call Messy, and of course he answers the phone right away. He's like, hey friend, like what's going on, what's up? And mind you, I'm at work, I'm in the bathroom talking to them and stuff like that. I stayed in the bathroom for like an hour or two, because me and the girl like talked on the phone for like literally probably like 45 minutes. Like, we had a very long conversation. So I'm like, why is this girl telling me, like, I'm like, yo, why is this girl telling me that she has a baby by oh, I almost said it. Why she has a baby, she's pregnant with Crazy's baby, and you supposedly known, and everyone knew besides me, da 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 da, whatever. I'm going off, and Messy is still like,
who, what? Like, who is this girl? What did she say her name is?
So I'm like, she said her name is Bougie, and he's like,
I have no idea who that is. Like, that girl is literally crazy. Like, she's obviously just obsessed with you and Crazy, and she's just trying to make up a lie to like destroy your guys' relationship. Like, what? Hold on, I'm gonna figure out who this girl is. I'm gonna figure out who this girl is.
You know her. Like, what? Like, oh my goodness. Like, Messy was literally delusional, like literally crazy. Like, the gig is up. Like, what is there not to get? Like, the joke is over. Like, the show is over. Like, everything's been exposed. Like, because this girl is literally coming up to me with receipts, and I believe I had like the mom's number. It matched. I think I had like the sister's number. It matched the screenshots and everything like that. Like, this girl came with the receipts. So now I'm just like, like, you're really trying to play in my face right now and act like you don't know who this girl is. So I'm like, you know what? I am fed up. Like, this is going nowhere. So I left work, and I literally was like, listen, manager, I gotta leave work. I'm going to break, but I'm gonna come back, whatever. And like, it's really, really urgent. I'm like literally so mad. So I drive, mind you, like my work and where I lived was like probably like a 45-50 minute difference. So I drive like almost an hour to go. And yeah, so I ended up pulling up. So now as I'm leaving, I'm telling Bougie, like, we're still chatting on the phone, da da da. I'm telling her like, I'm about to pull up, because I think she like was like, listen, if you pull up, I'll pull up, girl. We can really get to the bottom of this right now, and I will prove to you, da 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 da, whatever. So I'm like, girl, I'm about to leave work right now. So she's like, girl, I can meet you over there right now. Like, I'm not doing nothing, I'll meet you over there. We both go to the guy's house, really the mom's house, grandma's house, mom's house, I don't know, everyone's house. So we go there. I ended up getting there a little bit more earlier than her. So I'm like down the street, just like parked. Messy came outside and like saw my car or whatever. I tried to like be discreet, because I didn't want to tell him like I was right there or whatever like that. But he ends up walking in my car, and he's just like, Brian, like, listen, you're tripping. That girl, I don't know who this girl is. I tried to find her page, I could not find her page. I'm like, wow, like really thinking back about this, I'm like, wow, you really try to lie like that much. Like, you literally lied to me that, like, okay, anyways. So basically I go inside and Crazy's not there. Crazy's not even there. Like, so I'm like, damn, like, he's not here. So I go outside, and that's right when Bougie pulls up. So I'm like, abort mission, like, no, because I didn't want to tell, I wasn't gonna tell Messy that her and I were gonna pull up on him, you know what I mean? Like that's gonna alleviate, that's gonna, you know, take away from the element of surprise, you know what I mean? So I'm like, he's not here, like come around. So I get in my car, we pull up like around the corner, whatever, and we're like in the car. She's in the driver's seat. Now mind you, this is important, guys. So she's in the driver's seat, and I'm like there. I'm like, yeah, like he's not home. And she's like, oh yeah, we're on the phone arguing, I think she even proved that they were on the phone. Like she like muted herself and showed me that they're on the phone, whatever, and like hung up the phone real quick. Like, ooh, I'm just thinking back, like, wow. So I'm like, listen, I don't care, when I'm about to go back to work, but when I get off of work, like I'm coming back. If you want to meet me back over here, we can do this again. And like I know for a fact he's going to be home. So I go back to work, go to work like normal. I'm aggravated at this point. You're about to try and cheat on me. Child, anyways. After work, like I'm getting ready, whatever, I let her know like, okay, I get out at work at 2 a.m. So she ends up like calling me around 2 a.m. as I'm leaving, whenever I get in my car. And I'm like, yeah, so like I'm probably like 45 minutes away. She's like, girl, listen, like I don't know, so now we're just trying whatever, like how just crazy this whole thing is, whatever. Mind, she never gave off like hater energy towards me or like weirdness towards me. It was more so like him. We wanted to get to the bottom of everything that was going on. So she ended up telling me like, oh my gosh, my sister, she's not back with my car, hold on, let me call her, Then she calls me back and she's like, oh my gosh, my sister, she's not answering the phone and she has my car. Like, I know this is weird, but like, do you think you can like pick me up and we can go together? Like, because I really want to confront him. Like, I really want to confront him. Why I said yes, I really don't know. I don't know what would be going on in my mind. But I said yes. I'm like hesitant at first, but I'm like, all right, fine. Because girl, at this point, I just wanted to, this is our second time gonna be pulling up, whatever. And I'm like, you know, forget it. So I'm like, yes, okay, that's fine. Like, I'll come get you. Yes, like a dodo bird, I say yes. Like, why did I say yes? Like, that is so, like, that was not smart at all, because I don't know this girl at all. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't know what I was thinking. So I say yes. So I end up coming and picking her up or whatever. But mind you, before I even picked her up, like she was just doing too much. Like she was on the phone talking about something like, and crazy need to stop because I like bitches too. Like he better stop because I could really make you my girlfriend. What? No, you can't. No, you cannot, girl. No, you could not. No, no. Like this girl is weird, and like she was just coming to me too much. Like it was just weird. Like, I mean, I appreciate it, that was nice, you know, there was no reason to dislike either person or whatever, but she was just, she was giving me too much. Like she was trying to she meant that, like she really didn't mean that. She comes in the car, I'm like, hi, okay, yeah, all right, I'm ready to go, you know, like I'm nervous. We're talking about, we're kind of nervous because we're about to just pull up on him. Like, okay, we're trying to decide like how we're gonna do this. So the original plan was I was gonna pull up. Normally when I would come, right, I told you guys I would come, he would be asleep, knock on the door. If he don't answer the phone, I'll knock on his window. He would wake up and just let me in, whatever. But he would come to the door to let me in. So the plan was going to be that they had like a little porch, screen and porch setting. So she was gonna like basically like be in the car. I was gonna have him open the door, and then I'm gonna be like, let's sit outside and talk. Then when I talk, I was gonna just send her like a letter. Why do I remember this so vividly? I was gonna send her a letter like G or something, and she was gonna come out the car and walk up and join us in the conversation. So that's basically how we were going to like do the whole thing. We get there, I'm like nervous, I'm sweating, I'm like, what the fuck, like I'm ready. So I'm calling, he don't answer. I come, I knock on his window, nothing. He literally does not, he don't care. And the thing is where his bed was, like his head is right by the window, so it's like you hear me, if you're there you hear me fucking knocking on the window. So I'm knocking on the window, tapping like, open the door, whatever. And I hear the door open or whatever, but normally I see like him peek through the window and then he opens the door. The door just opens, so I go around and it's his sister, and she's like, oh, what, Crazy didn't hear you knocking. I'm like, no, he didn't. Like, that's weird. So she lets me in. So I go inside. Now I have to go inside. So I go inside and I'm like, we need to talk. So I turn the light and he's just laying down, but it's like he's just up and he's just like enter. Like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, this man is crazy. I'm like, we need to talk. He's like, turn the light off. You can lay down and we can talk like this. Come in the bed. I'm just like, what? Like, no, we need to talk. I'm gonna talk outside. Da, 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 da. And now at this point, he's snapping at me. He's snapping at me like I did something wrong. Like, no, I have work. No, what's gonna happen is if you want to speak, you can lay down and we can talk like this, and then we can talk like that. Like, you have to lay down, come in the bed, and we can talk like that. I'm just like, oh my gosh, the audacity. And he was just being so rude to me. Like, so rude. And this is like the first time he displayed this type of energy. So now we're arguing at this point because, like, you really have a girl pregnant while you're with me, hid it from me, and you want me to lay down and talk to you in the bed? You think I'm gonna listen to you? I end up turning the light on again, and now he's snapping like, turn the light off. I turn the light off and I go outside and I go to where my car is. I'm like, so she comes up and she's like, okay, I'm like, we're gonna go inside. And yeah, so we went inside and then we both turned the light on. And he just wakes up and he's just like, his eyes get so big and he just like jumps up and like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What the fuck are you doing? Like, he just starts spazzing out, right? So now Bougie's crazy too. So she's just like, wow, why are you seem so surprised, crazy? Why do you seem so surprised? Like, let's talk. No, let's all talk. And he's just yelling at her, calling her bitch, calling her this. Like, he is calling us both bitches at this point, talking about we're both crazy, da 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 da. So now at this point, he's being like so loud, right? And she's just like, she's calm. She's like, wow, crazy. So you're gonna get aggressive? What's wrong? This man goes and pulls out a gun. But mind you, while this commotion is going on, the mom wakes up, the grandma wakes up, everyone wakes up. Besides, like, no, okay, like the last person to wake up was like definitely messy. Was like the last person to wake up. So now the mom's there, the grandma's there, like, what's going on? And the mom's like, what? Bougie? Kelsey, what's going on? Oh my gosh, wait, what's going on? And they're like, who told you to come here? Who told you to come here, Bougie? Like, who invited you here? And she's like, oh, I came with her. I'm like, wait, hold on, listen. We were originally supposed to come separate, really, like, you know what I mean? So then this man goes and pulls out a gun on me and the baby mama. Me and the BM. Like, he literally pulls. So now the mom is like reaching for the gun. I'm like, no, stop, don't. And he's like, you bitches are crazy, get the fuck out, get the fuck out. Oh my gosh. So now at this point, like, now Messi is up and it's just a big commotion, guys. Like, it's a big commotion, right? And like, he ends up like roughing us up and like grabs both of us, like ripped my shirt, like literally drug us out, basically like pushing us out, like literally went crazy on us. So now we're outside, whatever, this whole thing is going on. Messi's talking to me, like yelling, like, why did you bring her here? Mom's like, why did you bring her here? Why did you bring her here? I'm like, listen, we were supposed to come separately. We came here earlier, really, but he just wasn't here. And yeah, so it's this big thing, whatever. You know, she's calling the mom, and they're just talking about the whole situation and just everything, like, no, like, cause he gave me this, he gave me chlamydia 3 times, I just want to have it again, it's the 3rd time, and I'm pregnant, da 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 da, y'all all know. And Messi's just going crazy, like,
listen, I told you I didn't know her because I can't stand her.
Like, huh? How does that make sense to lie about knowing somebody because you can't stand that person? So you're gonna act like this person doesn't exist and isn't pregnant by your brother. Like, make it make sense. And listen, y'all understand why I wanted to call him giant at first. Cause Messi is tall as fuck, like tall as fuck, like super duper tall. And he's like, he wanted to be with you. He wanted to be with you. And so is the mother saying that, like, he wanted to just be with you. And yeah, so somehow, some way, Messy and Bougie start going back at it, whatever. And I think she calls him like a bag or something like that. And oh my gosh, Messy just literally runs after Bougie and starts beating the out of her. Like, I'm literally talking about ruthlessly dragging this girl, and the mom's outside. Crazy's outside. I think at this point Crazy's laughing like ha 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 because she's getting her ass beat. You're a BM. As he's beating her, as he's profusely beating her ass, he's just like,
where the blood clot baby? Where the blood clot baby? Where the blood clot baby? Where the blood clot baby?
I'm like, oh my gosh. I was okay like, am I gonna be dead? Cause I'm 4'11". So literally, Messy is molly-whopping Bougie, right? Tell me why this nigga literally runs like towards the backyard, disappears in the night, and then comes back with like a big lawn chair to try and throw at her, but misses. And the girl is literally pregnant. It's a whole mess. Then comes to me sweating. Like,
he wanted you. Do you see? Do you see how much I hate her? Do you see now? Do you understand? Do you understand how much I hate her?
literally picks me up and then carries me in the house. But now he's just like calming down. He was just like basically saying how he don't like her. They used to be best of friends. I know. They used to be like the best of friends. But yeah, so that happened. Then the mom like comes in the room and is like, so who's taking her? Like, who's gonna Kelsey, can you take her home? And I'm like, why would I want to take her home? Like, I just watched her get her ass beat. Like, I'm gonna be driving like, yeah, damn, he really beat the fuck out of you, girl. Like, damn, like, damn, girl, that's not hurt. He really, like, that's weird, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not taking her home. So the mom ended up taking the girl home. But yeah, he pulled a gun out on us, me and the baby mother. So fast forward, right, they ended up being together. Me and Messy still ended up being friends, and I have some story time for that one. And Messy and Bougie became like friends and close, and like he like did her makeup for her like baby shower and everything like that, and they were like close after. So I was really tea too, because girl, he whole dragged you when you were like 3 months pregnant. Now 4 months later, you letting him do your makeup and everything like that. Like, that's crazy. Bougie ended up, of course, having the baby and whatnot. Bougie and Crazy ended up like being a thing, being public and stuff like that. Then yeah, and then the baby came into the world and everything. And then guess what? He found out that the baby's not even his. Yo, crazy how life works, right? The baby wasn't even his. And yeah, like after he found out that it basically was not his baby or whatever, I think actually Messy is the one that told me like later. Yeah, Crazy definitely tried to like spin the block, but the block was closed. The block is closed, ain't no spin the block. The girl after was like, Bougie was like, basically how like she planned to like jump me. That's why she had came with her sister, really like, when I dropped her off, she had like the plan like already to like try and jump me, whatever. Ooh, I'm shaking in my boots. Oh my goodness. But yeah guys, that was basically the story. I don't know what I'm gonna name it, but yeah, that's basically the story. never again. But if you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Comment below if you like this video or you've been through something similar and everything like that. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I appreciate you guys so much. I'm gonna give you guys some more story time, so stay tuned. And yeah, it's Kelsey.